Look around you, at the person sitting next to you on the bus, the friendly cashier at your local market, the world-renowned leader delivering a speech on your television screen. They seem normal, don't they? They laugh, they cry, they bleed. But what if, beneath that familiar human skin, something else resides? Something ancient, something intelligent, something reptilian. This is not the opening scene of a science fiction film. For a growing number of people around the globe, it is a terrifying reality. They believe we are not alone on this planet, and that our unseen neighbors have been here all along, watching, waiting, maybe even controlling. The idea is both fascinating and deeply unsettling. A hidden species, a race of reptilian humanoids living secretly among us. They walk our streets. They hold positions of power. They may even influence the very course of human history. This concept, often dismissed as a fringe conspiracy theory, has persisted for decades. It whispers in the dark corners of the internet. It echoes in hushed conversations. Could there be a species so adept at camouflage that they have remained undetected for millennia? A species that wears our faces like masks, their true forms hidden just beneath the surface, revealed by a flicker of the eyes. Where did this strange and persistent story begin? The tale of lizard people is not a new invention. Not born from the digital age of conspiracy forums, its roots run deep, intertwining with human mythology. Across ancient cultures, separated by oceans and millennia, stories of powerful serpent gods, the Naga, Hindu lore, the Naga, Buddhist lore, guardians of treasure, masters of magic in subterranean palaces. Is it myth or a distorted memory of something real? The thread continues through the ages. Hopi, Shetty or Snake brothers lived underground. Gnostic texts, the demiurge and serpent associations. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent of the Aztecs. Cecrops, half-man, half-snake king of Athens. Our history is rich with reptilian humanoids. Coincidence? Primal fear of snakes or something more? A shared ancient memory of other intelligent beings. Modern chapter traced largely to one man, David Icke. Icke, former footballer and broadcaster in the 1990s. He proposed interdimensional reptilian Anunnaki controlling humanity. They are our political leaders. They are our corporate executives. They are our royal families, shape-shifting, surviving on human energy, fear, and anxiety. The idea exploded from fringe to popular consciousness. It tapped into a deep well of public distrust. Reports began to surface. They are the whispers that keep the legend alive in the digital twilight. Hollywood has always been fascinated with the monstrous, and the reptilian humanoid is a recurring star of the silver screen. From the classic 1980s television series V, where seemingly benevolent alien visitors are revealed to be carnivorous reptiles in human disguise, the theme has been a staple of science fiction. The visitors offered advanced technology and peace. They were secretly planning to harvest humanity for food. The show's imagery, peeling back human skin to reveal a green, scaly face, became iconic. It planted a powerful seed in the public imagination. The theme evolved. The 1988 film They Live, directed by John Carpenter, took a more subversive approach. The aliens weren't just hiding. They were controlling society through subliminal messages in media and advertising. The hero discovers special sunglasses that reveal the aliens' true skeletal faces. Obey, consume, stay asleep. The film was a sharp critique of consumer culture and political apathy. For believers, it was more than fiction. A thinly veiled documentary, a soft disclosure. We see these creatures again and again. The menacing Gorn, the cunning Silurians, an ancient terrestrial species that went into hibernation before the rise of man. The Skrulls, shapeshifters who infiltrate governments and teams. Why this obsession? Are reptiles simply perfect villains? Cold, unblinking, alien biology? Or a convenient other for our fears of deception and infiltration? This is the logical explanation, the ultimate heresy. The fiction itself might be a constructed lie to obscure a terrifying fact. Let us step out of the shadows of conspiracy and into the bright, unforgiving light of science. Could a reptilian humanoid species actually exist? And could it have evolved here on Earth? To answer this, we must look at the principles of biology and evolution. Reptiles are cold-blooded, ectothermic. They rely on external sources like the sun to regulate their temperature. Energy efficient. but limited. Cold environments, deep caves, northern cities in winter. A lizard person would struggle without a constant external heat source. The Dinosauroid Thought Experiment. Dale Russell, 1982. What if dinosaurs hadn't gone extinct 66 million years ago? He imagined an intelligent troodontid evolving into a creature with a large brain, an upright stance, manipulative hands. The result looks like the modern reptilian humanoid idea, but it's pure speculation. Evolution has no goal. Intelligence doesn't guarantee a humanoid form. Think octopus, corvids, dolphins. Evolution is a tangled web, not a straight line. Shape-shifting, a biological perspective. Rapidly rearranging an entire cellular structure is staggering. It would demand mastery of energy and matter beyond current physics and biology. The process would generate immense heat and waste. It would likely incinerate the organism or require massive energy intake. Science has no plausible mechanism for this. A secret species would inevitably leave evidence: fossils, DNA traces, shed skin, waste products. From a purely scientific perspective, the case for lizard people seems to crumble under the weight of biological and physical law. Let's entertain the possibility for a moment. If a race of reptilian humanoids were living among us, hidden from sight, what would they eat? The answer to this question is key to understanding how they could survive and thrive in secret. The V television series proposed a horrifying diet: humans, other small mammals. This makes for dramatic television, but it would be incredibly difficult to sustain. A large population of predators feeding on the dominant species would inevitably create noticeable patterns. Unexplained disappearances would skyrocket, and a large-scale hunting operation, even a secret one, would be nearly impossible to conceal in the modern age of surveillance. A more plausible, though still speculative theory, suggests a different menu. If these beings are truly an ancient subterranean species, their diet would have evolved to match their environment. They might be masters of underground agriculture, cultivating vast farms of bioluminescent fungi, strange lichens, cave-dwelling flora unknown to surface dwellers. Perhaps they have engineered ecosystems in the deep earth, raising herds of other subterranean creatures for food: giant insects, blind cave fish, other reptiles adapted to the dark. Their entire civilization could be self-sufficient, a closed loop hidden miles beneath our feet, requiring nothing from the surface world. Another possibility, one favored by David Icke and other theorists, is more esoteric. It suggests their nourishment is not physical at all. According to this idea, the reptilians feed on energy. Specifically, the low vibrational emotional energy generated by humans: fear, hatred, anxiety, despair. We have journeyed through ancient myths and modern conspiracies. We have explored the limits of biology and the fantasies of Hollywood. We have asked how a hidden race might survive what they might eat, and how they could possibly hide from a world of 8 billion curious humans. We are left with a collection of stories, theories, scientific roadblocks. There is no fossil, no living specimen in a lab, no piece of alien technology to present as definitive proof. All we have are the whispers, the eyewitness accounts, and the unsettling feeling that some of our oldest myths might hold a kernel of truth. Science tells us that the existence of lizard people is highly improbable. The biological hurdles, cold-blooded to the sheer impossibility of shape-shifting, are immense. Yet, the story endures. It thrives in the fertile ground of our distrust for authority and our fear of the unknown. It speaks to a deep-seated feeling that the world is not what it seems, that powerful forces are at work behind the scenes. The lizard person theory is a modern myth that serves the same purpose as ancient ones. It tries to explain a world that feels chaotic, cruel, and controlled by forces beyond our understanding. Perhaps the truth is not a simple yes or no. Perhaps the lizard people are a metaphor, a symbol for the cold-blooded reptilian aspects of our own humanity, capacity for ruthlessness, our lust for power, and the parts of our brain that are still driven by ancient primal instincts. The final question is personal. What do you believe? Keep looking.